We do a 48-hour bone marrow gravy. So a veal demi stock, reduced down for 12 hours, then we strain it off, reduce it down for another 12, it becomes real gelatinous, as you would know.
Right.
And then we make a demi gravy out of it with fresh thyme infused in it. The side item is a 3-cheese scallop potato. So,
which looks fantastic, bro. I mean, guys, you guys gotta see this. I mean, even the crust on it, that thing's amazing. What's up, party people? Terrell Manning here, host of America's Best Restaurants. My travels brings me to Keller, Texas. We are featuring FnG Eats today. I hear that they got food, they got bourbon. Brother, let's go for an excursion. Come on. Hunter, what's up, buddy?
How you doing, my man?
How you doing,
Pleasure.
Man, you got something crazy going on. What you got here for me, man?
Absolutely. House-made deviled eggs. We've always had deviled eggs since day one.
Okay. They
always just get a fresh new face on them every 6 months when we change the menu. This variation, it's got our house-made deviled egg mix. It's got a sweet pepper relish. It's got some deviled egg mix, mayo, mustard. It's getting topped with a house-made Cholula smoked pulled pork, fully done in-house, smoked, pulled, the whole 9 yards, and Jim Beam caramelized white onions to polish it all off.
Man, these things look awesome, dude. I don't know, you said Cholula. I think this might be a little bit more than a kick, but I'm a Florida boy. I think I'm ready for it.
Slow burn never hurt.
That's a good bite, bro.
Oh.
That's good, man.
Hey, you enjoy as much as you want, my man.
I will. Trust me. What about this? What we got working here?
That is our best damn old fashioned, without a doubt, highest selling cocktail.
Okay.
We do a house-made simple syrup in there. It gets Old Forester rye and a house-infused Old Forester cherry vanilla bourbon, torched orange rind rather than muddling an actual orange, and just to give a little flavor. And then the high-end Amarena cherries with Angostura and rhubarb bitters to polish it all off.
Dude, I gotta try this thing. Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you did Old Forester rye, and then you did a cherry-infused Old Forester bourbon as well?
Yes, sir. We do both of those. With the infusion on the bourbon, it takes 5 to 7 days, so it gets really rich, almost like a port wine.
Right.
So to kind of cut through that thickness, we had to use some rye whiskey, add a little mild spice to it, and it doesn't make it as thick and heavy.
At all.
Really
at all.
Enjoyable, happy hour every single day. That goes down to $9.
It's a smooth sipper too. Like ladies and gentlemen can really enjoy this.
All day, every day.
It's a creeper too. 3 or 4 of these, you're gonna need an Uber home.
For sure, but the people who like it, like it.
Yeah, Hunter,
like
I hear that Bob is working on some food for us in the back. Should I go check it out?
You should definitely check it out. There's always something awesome coming out of that kitchen with Chef Bob.
Awesome, let's go check it out.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm back here with Bob, the owner. Bob, you have this burger in front of me, and I have no idea how in the world I'm gonna fit this darn thing in my mouth. What do we have here, buddy?
this is our weekly rendition of the R&D burger. We kind of twist things up every week and bring something new out, and this is this week's rendition. So we're starting off with Texas Wagyu beef. We've got bacon, lettuce, and tomato on the bottom bun, and the bun itself is garlic toasted brioche bun. Little Munster cheese melted over the top, and then the topper on that is our chimichurri salsa. Nice bright herby flavors in there. A little bit of jalapeno as well.
Man, my taste buds are gonna be singing, and I cannot wait to try this darn thing, man.
That is a mouthful, man.
I can't wait. What's the inspiration behind R&D burger?
Just doing it weekly because we wanted to have fun every week instead of being just tied into the menu every day.
Tell me about this potato salad that you have here, though. It's like bacon. Looks like, what do you have, sour cream in there as well?
Yep. A little
Some
bit
chives on top. What's in this thing, man?
A little bit of spicy mustard, just a little bit, not much.
Okay.
Sour cream, a little bit of mayo. A little more Southern inspired by my sister-in-law, Ellen.
Sister-in-law, Ellen. Shout out to Ellen. Ellen, this looks amazing. Thank you so much for this, Ellen.
We go crazy with this with barbecue occasionally. It's just a nice touch to the side.
Ellen, you done did good. This potato salad is real good. And the burger, man, with the tomatillo, the chimichurri.
There you go.
Chimichurri on it. Thing is fantastic, man. You've been here for 11 years. I know you've got more than just the R&D burger. I know you got more than just Ellen's potato salad. I want to know more about your story, and I want to see more of your exciting creations that you have. Let's go talk inside, okay? Bob, you've been here for 11 years. You've been doing this a very, very long time.
Way too long.
Exactly how long has it been, buddy?
I started out at the age of 13 working in a coffee shop in a bowling alley.
Okay.
For my parents, flipping burgers, doing breakfast, you name it. And that evolved into working for Chili's in the early 80s. When it became a corporation owned by a Brinker, I was one of their first corporate trainers to open up restaurants all over the United States.
Wow.
I went from there to working with Houston's, which is now called Houston's Hillstone, or Hillstone Restaurants. Decided I wanted to do something more in the culinary realm, and I got a really nice job working for a gentleman named Jack Knox at Patrizio and Cafe Pacific in Highland Park, Texas.
Okay.
And he hired me because of my management background with Houston's. And the chefs at that time didn't get that kind of training in culinary school.
Right.
So it was a glove and hand fit. I taught them how to be better managers, and they taught me how to be a chef. And I did that for 4 years. Then it came to a point where I got an opportunity to audition for a job, basically doing a dinner party for some investors in a restaurant group. And that's when I was offered a job to work with Cool River in Las Colinas. 15 years there as the executive chef. Built the menus, built the kitchen design, opened up 2 other Cool Rivers.
So you're a well-established chef at this point?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But low key. I'm not, I'm a blue collar guy. I don't need to be way out there in front,
Right.
with
You're
all
hands on pans. You're
Exactly.
working.
My partner was my sous chef, Carlos Arevalo. He came on board early with Cool River, and we decided on all those late night, inventories, you're talking about life and you're talking about philosophy and you're talking about things you want to do, and we decided we wanted to step out of the corporate world. And this restaurant literally is in our backyards.
Wow.
Carlos lives 5 miles north of here. I live 1 mile south of here. And we wanted to do something that wrapped us into our community and we could really be a part of. And that's what we've been doing for the last 11 years.
So when you and Carlo were building this dream, when you're building this vision of what FnG Eats is going to look like, first thing I want to touch on, how did the name come to be about?
When you work in a kitchen as long as we have together, everybody gets nicknames, especially from the Hispanic communities. And I'm a big, gregarious guy. My partner's kind of thin, about 5'6", and he's real skinny.
Right.
And Flaca meaning skinny girl, gordo meaning fat guy. And one of the cooks looked at us while we were working prep for a wine dinner one day and said, Flaco and Gordo. And those became our terms of endearment in the kitchen staff.
Right.
So when we came to open this place, we wanted to keep that vibe going.
Of course.
But we didn't want people to be confused thinking all we were going to be doing is Hispanic food.
Right.
So we just shortened it to FnG. And then all the questions came, well, what does it really mean? Effing new guy, like the military guys say, or freaking good, or effing great, and like whatever F word you want to use, whatever G word you want to use, just whatever makes you feel good.
Right. Tell me a little bit about the food that we have in front of us here, man.
This is kind of what we do. I mean, you've had meatloaf in your life.
Yeah.
So we decided to twist it up and added a little bit of a culinary twist to it.
Okay.
So this is our wood-grilled meatloaf. We grind our own beef here in-house.
Okay.
We make meatloaf from scratch. We bake it in actual bread loaf pans versus a big giant pan.
Right.
So it keeps us continuity really well. Then we'll slice it in half and we grill it over live hickory. Then instead of using a tomato-type based topping, we do a 48-hour bone marrow gravy. So a veal demi stock, reduced down for 12 hours, then we strain it off, reduce it down for another 12, it becomes real gelatinous, as you would know.
Right.
And then we make a demi gravy out of that with fresh thyme infused in it. The side item is a 3-cheese scallop potato. So,
which looks fantastic, bro. I mean, guys, you guys gotta see this. I mean, even the crust on it, that thing's amazing.
So we do Parmesan, sharp cheddar, brick cheese.
Okay.
And people are like, what is brick cheese? Well, you go up to Detroit, Michigan, and all that area where you have deep dish pizza. That's what they use for pizza.
Exactly.
Instead of mozzarella.
Exactly.
A lot more flavor, melts really nicely. So that's a nice meat and potatoes combination.
Got a nice salty flavor to it as well.
Just a perfect amount. Pecan encrusted chicken salad.
That thing looks amazing, bro.
So
show that to that camera right there.
Right there, there we go.
Producer Colin's laughing at me right now. That thing looks fantastic right now.
The base is baby greens. We do our own honey mustard here, which is fantastic. I've been doing that recipe for, God, I don't know, 30-something years. And eggs and bacon as well, because you got to have your breakfast on your salad.
Of course.
And then we top it with sweet potato curls.
Wow.
We'll take those and curl them out, on a roulette. Nicely lightly fried, gives you a little bit of crunch on top with texture and flavor and depth. It goes all seasons.
Yeah.
So, and it's been a staple on our menu now for a long time.
While we're trying this, I also want you to tell me just a little bit about where really the passion for wanting to have your own restaurant from. I know you and Chef Carlos really wanted to build this concept, but is that something that you've always wanted to do ever since you were a kid?
I enjoyed the environment that we worked in, and honestly, I'm not a guy that needs a chair to dust my rear end with, I enjoy working in the kitchen all the time. The problem I find in the corporate world is it would take heaven and earth to be moved to get the corporate guys together to make a decision on menu changes or to make a decision operationally. And you'd have this calendar, this calendar, this calendar, just trying to match everybody's calendars up 6-7 weeks in advance for something you're already ready to do.
You need a CEO, need a CFO, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You need all the C's.
President this, president that, vice president this. And basically, you really only needed 3 people. You needed myself, the executive chef, the general manager who had a really good feel for the operation and the food, and the president of operations for that particular concept. That's all you needed.
Right.
Put your trust in those people, and everybody else wanted to put their thumb on everything. Like that was my decision. It's like really, it didn't come down to it. So it was a frustrating situation where, hey, let's live and die by our own decisions.
And you're not getting the validation that you deserve. If something goes off you're not getting the validation. I can say that. I'll say it. If you won't say it, I'll say it.
The frustration level here deals with mainly, I could have done better with the product.
Right.
And when I say that, I go out and do better with the product.
Absolutely.
I can make that happen very quickly. And then when it comes to making a decision about what products to use, we can use a higher end product because we know we're going to get a good end product out of it instead of using something less expensive that you can't manipulate that to make a good product. You really can't. Then you have, well, how's your family doing? How do you want to move your family forward? And how do you want to see yourself in 10 years? Carlos and I would have those conversations late night while we're doing inventories or in between shift changes when I'm coming in and he's leaving or vice versa. How's your day doing? How's your wife doing? Hey, I saw this place down the street, let's go look at it. And we saw a couple of different spots we wanted to do, but this place just felt right and it was the right time and the right place to do it. And it fell into our laps, in our own neighborhood. I mean, what's the shortest commute you've ever had in your life?
2 minutes, maybe?
Mine is 1.5 to 2 minutes.
Envious of you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a mile maybe up the street. And I traded that in for a 52-mile round trip commute every day for 15 years.
Wow.
Carlos is about 5 minutes away. He traded his for a 60-mile round trip every day.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, quality of life has a big play in that as well.
Absolutely.
Has a big play in that as well.
So you just saw opportunity, right place, right time, right opportunity, took advantage of it.
And I don't do late nights here either.
Love it.
Shut down at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night and you're done. I mean, the 2 a.m. thing is, I'm too old for that.
Right.
There's a lot more fun here. And you get to be friends with the people that are your guests.
Which is important.
I have a lot of regulars that come in here that we're guests with. They can actually look in the kitchen and see guys they know, shake hands with them, bartenders, same thing. And we're on the floor all the time. And we're able to make those relationships with people in our community.
You've got a family atmosphere here.
Yep, well, we try to.
Yeah.
We try to.
Man, I felt like family ever since I've stepped in the door. You've made me feel very, very welcome, and I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much, Bob.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I'll be back for sure.
Yeah.
You guys come check this place out. FnG Eats, Keller, Texas. Come check them out. Boy, I gotta tell you, everything, and I mean everything that I tried at this place has been absolutely sensational. I mean, from the cherry infused old fashioned to the deviled eggs to the pecan crusted chicken salad. I mean, my God, everything has just been so good. I wish I lived here in Texas, but guess what? You don't have to live here because when you come here, you feel like home. Check them out. FnG Eats, They're one of America's very best restaurants.